evening, my country people. I was trying to pick up a notebook from one of our co-hosts on Chief. I already enjoyed him a lot, but I will not be doing that. It's back to me. It's Edison Graham, the host for the Effortless Sports Network, and we are live and ready to give you all the action of Matchday 25. Don't forget, we are edging closer to the end of the Nigerian Pro Club League season. It's just 2 weeks left, so at the end of this week, it's just going to be 1 week left and all action thriller. We look forward to the weekend semi-finals, but before that, let's not take the focus away from the league games I'll be taking on today. So before we wander, let's take you back to the features that we'll be watching today. So all the teams are ready and they are locking in, and we'll have selected the match of the day match. This is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League and it's being brought to you by Effortless Sports Network, and this is the results for the Thursday games. We'll see a lot of postponed feature, but the good news is all these postponed games will be played today. So we saw Nameless Chaos edging a victory over AS Tornado. We also saw AS Tornado fight hard for that match. We also saw MENACE triumph against Niger Eagles. Niger Eagles did lose this match badly, but we saw what they did during the Effortless Community Cup, where they went on to win Galaxy 11. Such a blockbuster match. We also see Phoenix go head-to-head draw. Alright, this match is being postponed and will be played today. We see DIEHARD getting that default win against men in PLUTO. They have actually packed their bag and gone back to PLUTO as they see that the Nigeria Pro Clubs League is too hot for them to handle. Get clap calls. When they get to this stage, they are like Man City guys. When they are in this stage and they have a trophy lock-in, they never disappoint. And we see them still getting those victories. FACELESS Marshall will also be played today. United FUT Effortless will also be played today. And then one of the most shocking results so far this season, Adventure Time winning Tucker FC. We've seen Adventure Time get a lot of good results against good teams, but you have to say Tucker FC not scoring a goal in that match raises some eyebrow. And looking at the late kickoff, we saw Effortless went up to triumph against AS Tornado 4-0. Marshall Ecsn and Adventure Time game will also be played today. Galaxy 11 winning Tucker FC 1-0. And I know you might be confused what happened here. The case scenario is that Tucker FC actually won the game 2-1. But upon the check, we found Tucker FC in breach of the rules, because you're using a goalkeeper. If you're using an AI, it has to be 80 rated. And Tucker FC used a rated goalkeeper. He was 82 rated, and that could have tip the scale a bit. So one thing about the league is, while it's very competitive, there are also rules for every occasion, and they have been found in breach of those rules. So that was how that result went against them. We also see United FUT getting that default win against men in PLUTO. CURRYZ and FACELESS men will be played today. Get clap calls. Man, this thing, they are used to clapping sheiks, and they clap Niger Eagles 9-0. We also see Nameless Chaos getting that comfortable victory against DIEHARD. And MENACE FC went on to win Phoenix 1. Alright, 1-1 draw. Confirmation, 1-1 draw. So that was the game for Matchday 23 and 24. And let's look at the feature for Matchday 25. We have Adventure Time going up against AS Tornado. We see Tucker FC facing us against Effortless, which is our match of the day. We see United FUT going up against Marshall Ecsn. We see FACELESS men taking on Galaxy 11. Get clap calls up against men in PLUTO. DIEHARD up against CURRYZ FC. Phoenix FC against Niger Eagles, and Nameless Chaos up against MENACE FC. This is our featured matches for today, but our main match of concentration will be Tucker FC versus Effortless FC. And confirmation, we also have one of the biggest pending games that will be played after this match. We'll be taking on Get Clap Calls versus Nameless Chaos, which has been a pending game so far. So we'll be waiting for that match as well. So stay tuned. Even if we're just covering just one match, there are a lot of pending matches that will be played today. But let's take a look at the top goal scorer, the assist leaderboard, and the team of the week before we get the manager of the day on. So we'll try to get them on while we are showing you this. Noni Aman leading the tie with 41 goals. Farouk having a big statement right up there with 31 goals, but quite a long gap with 6 games to go. Regardless of the pending games, we have 6 games in future. By the end of today, there'll be exclusion and just 5 more to go. So right there in the comment section, if you feel Farouk or Black Boy can close this gap and get that result, let us know. We see Black Boy is still looking around. Shime has been chasing, but he's dropped back a bit. And we see Arkan right now in 5th place. Before we saw Arkan joining up with Noni Ama, but Arkan missed a host of matches last week and we've seen him drop down the tile a bit. Alright, these are your top goal scorer for today. 2 nameless chaos people in the mix as well. So we are going to look at the assist board. We also see in the assist board we now have 2 get clap calls player in the list as well. But we see a closer gap than the top goal scorer. Rhines Bobo is leading. We'll see Rhines Bobo in a bit because he's the manager representing Marshall FC on the talk show today. We have Rhines Bobo in 1st place. We have Frank in 2nd place. We have Shimere in 3rd place. A summer signing for Nameless Chaos that seems to have paid the price. We have Chime just down below. Shimere, kind of rhyme, you know. And we also have Kill Africa right up there. Kill Africa and Chime, these guys are the best of the best players. If you play FUT, you obviously know Kill Africa and Chime as well. They are the only players appearing in both the top goal scorer and the assist leaderboard. And this is quite one of the hardest things to do. It's one thing being a top goal scorer, but joining goal and assist. And this is quite interesting to see as well. Alright, we'll take a look at the team of the week. There are a lot of new surprises so far in the team of the week. Please, while we take the team of the week, let's try and get the managers of the day on. And looking at the team of the week, we are seeing a lot of changes. We have first timer Wise Mass right up there for Faceless Men. He's joined up there with by Shime, who I'll just speak about him. One of the players I have huge respect for in the community. We all know what it stands for. Professionalism at its peak. We see Shime right up there. We see Killer Before Dawn, who has been a revelation for this Phoenix side. I know a lot of teams will be calling for a signature at the end of the season, but we know who he is. He is Killer Before Dawn, and he has made quite a statement this season because he has been appearing for competing with all the top players for featuring in the team of the week. Obviously, that is a talent that can't get hidden for long. We also see Balanced O2 as well on the right mid side for CURRYZ FC. We also see Kill Time of CURRYZ FC in the CDM position, joined up with Vatican of Nameless Chaos. Those are the midfield and attacking pairing for team of the week. And in the defense, we see Khalifa Mahmoud, a summer transfer from Effortless to Toka FC, coming out in the team of the week. We also see Comrade Dinho of Nameless Chaos and Comrade Kev. Quite a rhyme in the name, but they both play for different teams. We see Comrade Dinho for Nameless and then Comrade Kev for Toka FC. And also Lord Bones, competitive features in the team of the week. We see him right up there again. And we have Pablo in goal. And this is what the league table have. Although it's supposed to be 24 matches, but we saw a lot of pending game from Thursday due to network issues and a couple of different environmental issue, but we will be having all those match fixed up today. Don't forget, the league table at the end of tonight will give you 25 games. All teams have been instructed to face up their match and get. In case you're just joining us for the first time, this is 11 versus 11 football, brought to you by Effortless Crip Sports Network, and we'll be live every Monday, Thursday and Saturday to give you back-to-back action. And what we have on the league table, we might see that gap close up again. But the thing is that even though Nameless Chaos do win this match and they ease up on the difference a bit, they will still need a miracle from another team because we are seeing the gap in goal difference. We have to commend Get Clap Calls because getting a 91 plus goal difference in 23 games, that is an average of, if I'm not mistaken, about 7 or 6 goals per game, which is quite astounding. And we have Nameless Chaos chasing them with the second highest goal difference. It's quite also a huge number as well, plus 76. But in comparison to where Get Clap Calls are at the moment, it's quite a lot. We see Marshall XI up there as well, Adventure Time up there as well. Effortless dropping a bit to 5th place. We see Phoenix and Effortless equal on point, equal on games. Marshall is quite a people to watch out for because we see them on 22 games and they are still in 3rd place. Meaning if they win their victory tonight, they could be like, let's say 7 points behind the league leaders, and anything could happen. Like I said, 6 games to go, anything can happen. This is where every team has to be dynamic and present. We are seeing a vivid representation in the rest of the table. We are still waiting for the managers to get on, so we'll be taking a look at the league table for a while. So get familiar with what we have here on display. Look at the position on the team, because at the end of the season, a couple of teams will get relegated, as we'll be starting in the Division 2 next season. So there are a lot of new teams waiting on the back end. So if you're watching and you're one of those teams that wants to register, get in touch with us in our socials, Nigerian Pro Clubs on Twitter, on Instagram, and a handler will be right up there to get you in the mix. So get in touch with us, don't relent. Their law is a host of friendly community. They can banter a lot in the general chat, but trust me, these guys are friendly. So don't relent in getting in touch with the community and getting in touch with the team as well. So when you get in, they'll fill you in on all the details you need. The Nigerian Pro Clubs League is open to registration, is open to partnership, is open to sponsorship. So you have a product, you have a company you want to advertise, we are right up there for you. This is 11 versus 11 esports football. Every player in different location, they're coming together in the team, lobby up, and they take on their opponents. And the league table is the representation of all the action that goes on in the week. Every Monday we have one match, every Thursday we have 2 matches, and every Saturday we have the cup games. So why are you relenting? Why are you waiting to be part of this amazing community? These are the featured for matches for today, and our key game that we'll be taking on is Tucker FC, owned by Sydney Tucker, and Effortless FC, owned by Effortless Crib Sports Network. These are your teams for today. We see the defense featuring team of the week, Mahmoud, right up there. You all know him from the team of the week we just showed you right now. We also know Comrade Kev was also featured in the team of the week. So the defense of Tucker FC is quite something to look out for. Can Effortless break this defense? We see Dayo and Montana right out there on the wing. Wonder Kid and Rhymes Boy in the midfield. Oscar and Ro being the 2 top strikers so far. A bit of Wisemas. We don't know if there's a tactical play that we see Wisemas feature again. So we are still waiting to observe. We might see Wisemas. We don't know. There are sometimes in pro clubs there are last minute changes to what goes on in the team action. And this is the lineup for Tucker FC. We'll look at the lineup for Effortless before we get these managers on. So we'll be getting them on in a bit to tell us the tactics. So this is the lineup for Effortless FC. We see Lord and Sabi Boy, and we see Charlie Poppy Intel. We also see Sanchi and Melvo, and we also have the 2 CDM in the wing with Sovic and Jerome out there, who have been dynamic so far. They give me the vibe of the Chelsea dynamic duo. Although these guys are Arsenal fan, I'm taking a piece at them right now because they give me the vibes of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I see Sovic in more of that Enzo Fernandez body, and I see Jerome in the form of a Caicedo, because his ball recovery is phenomenal, and he's good at this players are mentioned in the light of greatness, because it's one thing for you to have a good plays, another thing for you to be represented. So while we are still trying to get the managers of the day on, we are still waiting to observe if the teams have gotten started. So by the on-screen you can see those features, and we'll be giving you all this action shortly. So don't relent, stay tuned, stay watching. The Nigerian Pro Clubs League is here to stay, and Effortless Crib Sports Network is here to continue giving you the live action. So don't worry about anything, stay tuned. Right up next is the managers interview coming right up, and after the managers,